Hey guys, welcome back to the circus. Team Solemn Circus here. We have a second place deck profile from our case event here. We got JT running down Spright. Any shoutouts you want to give, JT?
Yeah, Team East Coast Games, the boys. Shoutouts to Jordan for winning, and shoutouts to ECG for putting on a good event.
Excellent. Well, let's get into the profile, man.
All right, 3 blue, 3 jet, 1 red, 1 carrot, 1 pixies. Well, this is pretty standard except for pixies. The idea that I had was I wanted to make boards with IP and be able to get this back off blue to be able to protect the board and not like force my IP like when you bring it back off elf. Never really came up. Not sure if I keep it going forward. So, yeah. Then I played the Nimble Beaver package with Angler because I play Sprind. I played 1 Iperia just to be able to draw off of, like, to get a card.
How is that? Would you up that to 2 at all, or is it kind of like just the perfect one at 1?
I found it good, like, because the thing is the beavers aren't my only normal summons. I'll show them in a second here, but it did work out to be able to like let me draw extra cards on my turn and my opponent's turn. I do think it's very, very strong.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful not to clog your deck with normal summons. And the other normal summons that I play is the Dark Beckoning package.
That explains it. Okay. There you go.
So most of the time this is quite good, but if you start to get a hand with like Beaver and Angler, Iperia, this like your hand just gets clogged with a bunch of cards. But the nice thing about this compared to other packages is that this gets you 2 bodies on board without putting anything in your graveyard, and it gives you an extra body because this lets you summon one of them back after you get one of them into the graveyard off of a Link or Xyz or whatever. So it gives you 3 bodies out of 1 card, so that's nice. So yeah, so that's everything for monsters and engine. Otherwise, hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Mourner, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, 3 Nib. I really just wanted to have a bunch of interaction to be able to use on my opponent's turn. And the last card that I played that I'm not sure how much I actually liked was Triple Fenrir. I didn't have any opportunity to test this out beforehand, so I wanted to give it a try. I found for the most part that it was kind of underwhelming. Opening multiples is just awful, so I definitely would cut it to 2 going forward if I were to keep it in this deck. And sometimes going second, it didn't really do what I was hoping, or like it would conflict with Nib. So yeah, I don't know, like I think this card's obviously crazy, but I don't know if this is the right home for it. I feel like you have to be able to use the body for something. Or maybe like it's better off in combo decks where you don't have it conflicting with cards like Nib or things like that. So yeah, this may not be the right home for it, but we'll have to just try it out more, to be honest. And 3 starter, 1 smashers, and then 2 tactics. This card is very good. I'd probably up this to 3 if I were to play this again. With a bunch of decks playing hand traps right now, or like there were a couple times where I would nib a huge board for tier, and then I took the token and swung for game. So
Yeah, I heard about that. That was pretty funny.
yeah, so that's good. But mostly just being able to get either extra cards or try and take cards out of your opponent's hand or steal a monster, because like that. Not every deck can do things with monsters when you take them, but this one you just need a level 2 and you can like further extend your play just by taking anything. So I'd say it's stronger. So yeah, I'd definitely up this to 3.
I'm a big fan of tactics. It's like 3 ban cards in 1. It's really good.
Yeah, so 42 total. If I were to play this again right now, I'd cut the 3 Fenrir and add a TTT.
Makes sense.
For the extra deck, 2 Gigantic, 3 Elf, Avermax. Tier has a very hard time outing this card. Dark, Unicorn to get off IP, Sprint for Angler, IP, Sky Cavalry, Downerd, Mannequin Cat, the Soul Sweeper, and Zeus. Nothing
pretty standard.
Really, yeah, nothing really surprising in there. Side deck. So for Mannequin Cat targets, I have Ryo and End of Anubis.
Insane cards.
Then I'm playing 3 Bisted monsters. I never drew these, so throughout the times that I played them, so can't really speak to how they were. Siding the Gamma package. I brought this in against a lot of things going second, and I don't play this in main just because, although it's obviously crazy going second, the games that I go first, I wanted to have just every card be able to be used, because like going first is great and you have a huge advantage going first, but if you have cards in your hand that are dead, things like Fenrir maybe, it becomes much harder for you to be able to stop your opponent from breaking your board, especially against a deck that's like all gas all the time, like Tyr. So that's why I wanted to keep it in the side, just because going first it was obviously a blank.
Gamma's really strong.
Yes. Lightning Storm for spell traps. And the going first card I decided to bring in was Solemn. This is kind of complicated. Against Tyr, it's really not good. Like the idea that I had was to like be able to set up a board with like Mannequin Cat and End of Anubis or Avramax to like really stop them from being able to break it. So yeah, I don't know if I'd side this again, but it's just being able to negate like a Dark Ruler, which this deck is kind of weak to, or TTT, is good. So that was the theory behind it anyway.
Well, any last words?
No, that's it. It was a good event, and shout outs again to Jordan for winning.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Help out the channel, share us around, and we'll catch you next time.